Mic checking, mic checking, mic checking, just to be sure. Okay, I think my mic is working. Okay. Hmm. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Today is February 15, and my name is Dexter. I'm here today to just share some insight in our filmmaking community, the Unreal Engine community. Um, so first of all, there's somebody I want to introduce to you guys. This video is going to be a little bit long, but there's a lot of things I want to show you guys here, which I am 100% sure is going to be very, very beneficial to you. Um, so I want you to stay with me so that we can do this together. Okay. So let me go into Fab. All right. Mm. There is just a lot to show today, a lot. So I want you all to stay with me. Okay. Like I said earlier, there is a lot to share today that I really want us to pay attention, and I believe strongly, best believe you will leave here today with something that you were looking for, and you're gonna be wow at some point. If you are new to this channel, well, this video is gonna be on my Patreon. It's gonna be on the YouTube channel. If you're new to this YouTube channel, you want to go ahead and subscribe because you're gonna be missing a lot. If you have not joined my Patreon family, you're still losing. You're missing a lot because there's a whole lot that we share there as a family. Um, you're welcome. You know. So now let's start off. I want to start by introducing somebody to you guys that I think everybody in the cinema, in the Unreal Engine cinematic industry should know. Like, I want to introduce Lyoshko. So this gentleman, I met this guy sometime online, like a year and a half ago, if I'm not wrong. As a fan of cars and high quality assets for cinema and filmmaking inside of Unreal Engine, I stumbled on one of his assets way back then. It was one car that I bought it, and I went on his channel and I saw a lot. So let me state this for the records that this guy is the best engineer in car design, car modeling, car physics, car animation inside of Unreal Engine. I have bought car assets from almost every single store inside of the Unreal Engine marketplace. I bought assets onto every time I see an asset, it just shows that I had it. It just shows that I had it. It just shows that I had it. So if you look here, you're gonna see that most of his stuff I have them saved in my library. Look at these are cars. So I have these. I have this. These are amazing cars. All right. So I want you to go. I'm gonna leave this link in the description. You go and check out Leo School. He got casinos. He got warehouse. He got golf carts, he got residential buildings, and he is so strong in the blueprint industry that his designs. I don't know. I just keep telling this guy that this guy he needs to be known more than he is because he does just so much. When I say so much, I mean just so much. All right. All right. Not saying too much. I'm gonna let you guys just glance through this, and then in the link below you can go check it out. Now, let me jump to the ice. to the ice cream itself before we get to the juicy part of it. Now, on here you will see I have a whole collection. This is just like one hundred or 1/10 of my vehicle collection. These are all vehicles, and 95% of these vehicles, or 98% of these vehicles, were made by Lioshko. I will start to show you guys one. So look at this. Well, I am a filmmaker and I do a lot of police stories, so bear with me. So you look at this one. This is a police van, and he has the same model that's just a plane without any police lights, any police siren. So I did this modification myself, put the police on it, and do all this decals. I did that myself. But this van itself exists as a standalone. So let me bring it to you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So that van, this is it as a standalone model. So I'm the one that just took it and then kind of put the lights on it because I needed a police van for one of my film projects, and this was designed by Lioshko. The driving, the physics, everything is super 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 amazing. Now I'll jump onto this one. This one is not in the market. This was a custom model that I requested from him, and he made it for me. So let me go ahead and show you the performance. And the good thing about this one is you can choose to make it a police or not. You see that? There's another version of this which I'm going to show you as we move on this long list. So this is one of the cars that he made as well, custom model. This is not in the market. This was actually a specific model that I requested from, and it was like a personal order. He made that, and also this one, the same thing. He made this one custom design for me. This one to the same thing. So if you look at this vehicle here, this vehicle and this vehicle, these are the same thing. So that one is a police version. This one is not police version. It's just like a standard version, and this vehicle drives like crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead, but you can see and if you look on right on this panel here, you can see that there's a police. Let me show you something. You go down, you go on. You can turn off the lights. So right now I just turn off the lights. Look at that, and you can turn on the lights, and you can do this in the sequence as well. When you turn the light, you can want a higher beam and a low beam, high beam and low beam. And then it has a secondary color. So, and the reason why he made it this way is because there's a police version of the vehicle, right? So let me start by showing you that when you click this, see what happens. You have the light, the siren bar comes on, and this protective bar bumper, something in front here, it comes on as well. Look at that. This is civilian, and this is the police. And then now if you want to use a secondary color, you just click this one, and then now you can go ahead here. So you want to make it maybe a standard black and white police vehicle, you just put this one here like white, click OK, and then you can go and take off the metallic property just so it stays like plain white. And then the main color of it, when you want to put is black. See that? That's a standard police vehicle. Like that is a why. All you just need now is to slap a police decal on the door right here, or whichever PG county, whatever county you want. You can just put it right there, and you're good to go. Now let me show you guys the performance of this vehicle for a second. I'm gonna go general and just go to this, make this player 0. I hope nobody here is activated as well. This one, just want to make sure that auto possess. I just want to make sure it's only that one that is possessed for right now, so that we'll be able to just making sure. Oh, okay. See this one. This one was let me disable that one. Can I disable that? Okay. So this one to disable it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play. Give it some time. Well, with Unreal Engine, when you press play the first time, it kind of loaded the back end. was an error right there. So wait, let's play. Okay. So you can see this is the vehicle. Let's do a test drive. Look at that. See that? Like the vehicle, it's so good. Like it's so good in such a way that if you're a filmmaker, you know what it means to have a performing vehicle like this in your shots. You know, it's so okay. So that it gets stuck on that stuff. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do an R, and so that is that one. And going down, he has made so many vehicles for me, like so many of them. I'm gonna go ahead and just disable this one again, just making sure that I can catch up another one. So these are all vehicles that were made by Leoshko. If you want to see more of it, you can go on his channel. There's this, you see this one. This one is my best. Like it's the beast. Like this vehicle performs like it's supposed to. Look at that. Like it's just wide. Look at that. And he has tire marks. He has sound. Like street. Look at that. Look at, you see tire marks on the ground. Like this guy put in some good work in this vehicle. When I say good work, like look at that. Like I'm stepping on the back brakes. I'm stepping on the brakes and then stepping on the accelerator. Look at that. This is some good cinema shots. Look at the tires on the ground. Look at the tire marks. Can go backward. It drives so well. Like it drives so well, so well. And the tires, the front wheels, they're doing so good. He has a lot of details in them. Forgot to go across it. See that? Doors are opening. You look at that. He has so much details in them. If you want to have a driver in it, you can. There's an option to have a driver in it. This also you can activate and deactivate the driver. But this vehicle is just too good. Like he did some real. I respect this brother for this, man. He did some amazing work with this. Um, yeah. So pretty much that's. You can keep the doors open if you want to do like some cinematic shots. You know, I like this kind of things. You should know already. So yeah, pretty much, and yeah, that's it for that one. And he has this is a pickup truck, which is right here. He has just so many of it going on in the end. Here, this was another custom model that I requested for him to do it. This one you won't find this in the store in the marketplace because I actually made this one. It was a personal request. Um, and another thing which he did was, I am based in America, so what he did was in these vehicles, he kind of making such a way that if you want to use American plates, in America, our vehicle plates are like square, more like this kind of a shape, but in Europe, it's this kind. He's based in Europe, so he just gave me this option, and you can go as well as changing your plate name. I just put Dexter and that's it on it, and instead of UA I just put USA, and that's it. It changes right there. And if I want to have that as an American plate, it automatically adjusts itself. And it's if you just want a random plate number, click on this one. It's just gonna keep generating you different numbers. That's if in case you have multiple of these vehicles in your level. Okay. And well, I can't stay here talking about this all day because there's a lot. There's something very, very big that I want to share with you guys now. Let's jump into the juicy part. So, outside of these magical, phenomenal, great models that Leoshko has made, he on this are also my babies. These are my stuff, helicopters, and these are all from some other creators, So this is not from Leoshko. So yeah, But outside of these models, I want us to jump into a new level. Now, let me show you what I brought today. All right. I'm going to jump into a new level. Let me get a new level that has a landscape on it. New level, this one with an open world landscape. Should I save that? No, I don't want to save it. Okay. So in this new level, which is a blank open world, I came with good news, guys. Good news. So Liosco has made a pack which is at this time that I'm speaking is not yet released in the market, but it's gonna be released anytime soon. But at this time I'm talking to you guys, which is February 15, it's not yet in the market. So he just sent that over to me to kind of deep dive into it and check it and see what I, just to have my own thoughts and feedback about it, which is something I appreciate him so much for that. But now let me bring that into the picture. It's called the road something. So let me open a content browser for me. That way it's easy. I have a second window, but I just want to do that for me so we can all see what's going on. It's called Road Creator. Boom. Right here. Inside the blueprint, you have this thing. This guy has blew my mind. God, where do I start to explain this? All right, let's first of all understand the fact that if you have been an environmental designer inside of Unreal Engine, you will know that creating realistic roads has been a pain. Some of us that we build large cities, people have used and abused the city sample to a point where I don't even use that anymore. So all my projects that you see, all the cities that you see, the roads and the buildings, I build those from scratch. Now, building a road network can take you tons of time, and it's annoying to make it look realistic. To put in the road marks, the road guards, dents and cracks on the road, just to bring some sense of realism into it. It's a pain. Putting road signs, it's a pain. All of that stuff. Building bridges. So today we are going to be looking at this pack that is going to be released in the market that has completely changed the game. Completely changed the game, guys. So I'm going to drag this simple road creator blueprint and I'm going to drop it here. It is this simple. But if you know what splines are, you understand that with splines, they're the best way to create things that you want to have a reoccurring sequence, right? So once you drop this in your level, just look at the detail pattern right here. Like, this is crazy. How much work, calculation, blueprint development this brother has done with this project. It's worth celebrating. Like, we have to give him a shout out. To kick off, as you drop this in here, if you want to just use this simple road, it's as easy as clicking on the spline point and then just keep going and just keep going, just keep generating your road, and it is as easy as this. Before you have to, go to the landscape, use the landscape, road creation, all of that stuff. Nobody has that time now, right? Now, this is a simple road. If you want this road, this is a simple 2-lane road. Come to the detail panel. Come here, come down here, stay with me. If I click here, you look, can you see the options we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different options. Now, if you want a single lane road, just click on that. It gives you a single lane road. If you want a double lane road, which was what we had, that's it. If you want to have a 3-lane road, that's it. If you want to have a 4-lane road, that's it. If you want to have a 2-way lane, that's it. Look at that. And then, as if this is not enough, let's go down a little bit, right? Let's just go down and let me show you some more stuff that he has put in place. Now, here you use this to kind of adjust the gap in between the roads, if that makes sense, like in between the two. Oh, hold on, let me go down and show you guys something. Now on this road, let's talk about some of those things that we sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, we usually manually add those things, putting them piece by piece, one by one. But he has brought this solution that if you want to have lights on your street, on your road, you want to have the lamppost on the left, easy. You want to have lamppost on the right, easy. Now it's showing this way because we have this four-way lane. Let me go ahead and just make this to a simple two-lane. That way you understand where we're coming from with the lights. Okay, so I'm gonna take this all off. So I want to add poles on my left side. Boom, look at that. I want to add poles on the right side. Boom, that's it. If I want to have poles in the center of the road, boom, and that's it. Now, do you know how much I have suffered when it comes to adding poles on the road with lights and other stuff? Do you know how much I've suffered? And then these lights, they are currently off. So if you want to turn them on, you just go here and you say turn the lights on. Hold on. There's a part for lights. Did I just miss that? Hold on. There's a part for lights. So I think I'm missing it somewhere. There's a place where you just click on it and it just gives you lights. Give me one second. Like we are all entering into this together, man. Like this is crazy. So this option is this here is if you want to create like two roads. So what will happen is if just imagine that I created one road before. If I want to create another road with the standard, trashy blueprints that we have and out there, you have to create a second road on the side again, and it will never be the same. You'll be going through issues and all that. But you just click here, boom, and now you have two roads. But now let me go ahead just so that it doesn't look too complicated. Let me go ahead and take off the poles so we can see them clearly. Look at that. So we have great roads, and it's on the fly. So it's when I say on the fly, what I mean is this. If you look at the part here, when I say the gap in between the road, if I put a 1, if I want the gap to be expanding, if I put a 5, you see that's the gap in between the roads. So, but if I put it was on the 0, that's the standard. All right. So going down. Lights on, supposed to be 1, 2, 3. Turn the lights. Okay, there you go. All right. So this is what I was looking for, just to show you guys. So I finally got it. So look at it. The lights are on or off. So this is mind blowing. When I got this pack, I opened it on my system. I'm like, hold on, like what is happening here? And you've not even seen 1/10 of what is packed in here. Let me move down and show you something, right? On this same road, and it's not like it's something that is. This is the road. The blueprint is non-destructive, so which means if you at some point you don't like this road this way, you can always go and move it around. See that you can always, and as you're moving it, it's adjusting in real time. Check the road mark, the cracks and everything. They're adjusting in real time. Look at that. Okay. All right. Now moving forward, I want to go down and show you guys something. I'm going to come to this landscape deformation, but that's something that I want us to take time and look at it in details. All right. So now on this road, I build roads that I always need obstacles on the road. I always want road guards. I always want road dividers. I always want these things because I create a high state adrenaline scenes where there are slight misses, crashes, and all of that. So I always want to have things on the road that will cause some commotion. And now one of those are the guardrails. Look at that. Like on one click, you have a guardrail. But before we go to that guardrail, because I just don't want this part to be empty, let me take this off and bring in something which is very important, the sidewalks, right? This road just looked like something that was just drag and drop and paste, copy and paste, but when you start adding the right sidewalk, you see what's happening? Now look at that. You see what's happening? And you can go as well and add the left sidewalk. It's just gonna fill this all in the middle, but now this is gonna be too big because of this in the middle. You it's too big at this point because we have the left road sidewalk and the right road sidewalk that's taken. Excuse me, that's taking off that space. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off this one. This is what you're looking at, okay? And then if you don't want that, if you want a center sidewalk, like or you want to have a centerpiece, see what I'm saying? Like you can have this like right here, and then you have the right sidewalk. It's gonna be something like this. Now you see how good that looks. You see how good that looks. Look at that. Look at that. And he did not only end the hits, he went as far as thinking of the fact that some roads might want to have, some people want to have what they might want to customize the color of this sidewalk. So he added this option of color where you can click here and change the color of the sidewalk. And you see what's happening? You see that? You can change that, all right? And then if you want to narrow the sidewalks, look at what happened here. If you click this, it's going to narrow the sidewalk. See that? That's a wide sidewalk and there's a narrow sidewalk. If you don't want it to be too big, like for streets, like normal streets where there are no buildings around, you might want to do this. But if you have buildings, you can always put it this way so it can flush into the buildings, all right? Like in New York City. All right, so now, once we have, I'm going to go ahead and narrow this again a little bit. Now that we have our sidewalks, I will go down now to show you what I was talking about, the guardrails. So if I come here and I put this one, boom. Now you see where our guardrails are. Do you know how much time it would have taken for us to take a spline or start duplicating mesh instances and be dropping this all the way over there, like all the way to that end? Now, a lot of people that have tried to develop such a blueprint, what happened at the end of it is that these things usually do not have collision, right? And if you go here, you look at it right here, he has this reflective material, which is what we're going to get into. This is the first time in my entire career inside of Unreal Engine that I've seen somebody build a road that has the real-time reflective materials, okay? So hold on for a second, stay with me. I want to bring in one of his, base models, which are of the vehicles, which is this one, and go ahead and show you guys the physics, the collision that he has on this. All right, I'll go ahead and press play. Give it a second. Okay, now look at it. Right, so we're driving. Okay, and if I have to cross here, you realize that he got physics. You see that? He got physics. And you cannot go there because the guardrails that they do have physics, they have collision, so you cannot get out. And the collision is so nice in such a way that if we go down, like go really close, you see how much precision he had on his collision. Because some people look at it, see how much collision he has, like it's that much close. So some props or assets, they will make in such a way that the distance between their collision is always bigger than the actual object. So much so that when you bring an object like this and kind of collide them, it's going to be showing you that it's colliding already in a distance, so they don't have that contact. But look at this one. You can see the actual contact is there. Like, hold on, look at it. You can see the contact is actually there. Like, it's like, I call it skin to skin. Okay, so all right. So now we've gone past that stage. The second thing I want to show you again on this is on the guardrails is if you want a guardrail here and then you also want a guardrail in the centerpiece, it's possible. So we have it on the right side. If you have on the left side, it's gonna create. Oh no! There's something else. There's a sidewalk. I'm sorry. That was a sidewalk. So I'm gonna go to the guardrail. Go to the left side. Now see what has happened. There's a difference between the centerpiece and the left side. So see here, it has created two. One this way and one this way. It's just that they're too close and they're kind of like, merged together at some point. Without which, if you don't want to go that route, you can just take off the guardrail left side. Where is it? and you leave it that way. You see that? And if you want it in the left side, it's gonna be this way. Okay, but now let's see if it has collision as well, like the other one. All right, I'm just go ahead and drive and try to cross over. Boom! You cannot. You cannot. You see that? You cannot. You cannot go across. You cannot go across. Look at that. Boom and boom. Okay. Now, after the guardrails, now there's something he called bridge. Um, um, he called them bridge guardrails. Okay. And these ones, keep in mind, these ones they are different from the guardrails. They are on the side, but they're a little bit higher. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this one. So you're going to see is now you see what happened. It's a secondary guardrail that he has added, which is like the ones you put on the bridges so vehicles cannot flip over. You see what I'm saying? So you have the guardrails which are right here in between, and then you have the bridge guardrails which are here. So if I have just the bridge guardrails and I take off the left and right guardrail, it's gonna take off the bridge guardrail. So for some reason I don't know why he made it this way, but that was his choice. Maybe he has an explanation for that, but again, I love it the way it is. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So this is amazing piece of work that this brother's put in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take off this guardrail so we can move to something more juicy going down. All right. Now we have seen the guardrail, we've seen the sidewalks. Now let's get into fencing. If you're building a road and you want to put some fence on the left and the right side, it's as easy as one click. Look at that. Remember, the guardrails are different from fence. Look at that. It's as easy as one click. That's on the right. And if you want to have it on the left, just click this. That's it. As easy as one click. Okay? And if you want to change this, the color of the fence, you can as well just go here and be changing. You see what's happening? You can change it to whatever color you want it. Whatever color you want is good. You're good to go. All right. And then also the height of the fence, you can choose to have the height of it here. So I want to make it 3. You see that? So I want to make it 30. You see how high it's going up? You want to make it 100. See how high it's going up? But now this is too much because now you are having this loop below. Nobody want to have that much of a fence that high, without which if you needed that much, I'll show you what you need to use. So now that's one of the options that he had on it. And I'm going to take this out, and they'll get now into the gravel shoulder. Okay, this is something that I also saw. I was like, what the hell? Like, why do you do like? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll take off the sidewalk so you can see clearly what that gravel shoulder is. So 9 out of 10 times when people build roads, on the side, usually have like some overflow of gravel. So I'm gonna show you what that does. You see that? Like, come on, guys. Like this blows my mind. This just blows my mind how he has put this together. Look at that. And I am very strong on physics because I don't use Unreal Engine for games. I use it for films. So I am very big when it comes to physics. Look at it. So when you go down, you actually realize that the the gravel, they do contain physics. Look at the back wheel. Look at that. It steps right on it. Now look at that. Hold on. Look at the back wheel. It steps right on it. You see that? So if you look here, you see the vehicle is a little bit inclined. It's a little bit on the one side, inclined. That's the right word. Because of the gravel. It's not like it's some decal or some material he just slammed there. It's an actual mesh instance. How the heaven he did this, I still cannot understand. So if you want to build like some old roads that, like roads in the countryside where they really don't, do the proper finishing, you can add this one to it. All right. So, and there's an option here I saw as the gravel shoulder weed. So let me just push these. See that? That's 1.5. Now that's how much big it is going. I think he made it 1.5. Let me put 3 and see. Okay, the maximum is 1.5, and then do 0, 0. It kind of squeeze it down all the way here, which is not looking realistic in any way. But you don't want to have that, so just reset this. So this is an amazing piece of artwork this brother has done. Okay, now I'm going to take off this grabber. Let's get into something more juicy, right? Now going down, I have concrete barriers. This is my go-to. If you have watched Nighthawk, Black Thunder, you realize that the streets that are built, all the accidents that happened, there was concrete barriers in between, you know, the slight misses, the close calls, all of those used to have concrete barriers, and best believe me, I used to place those things one after the other. I tried to build blueprints so that I can just put a spline and drag that thing to go, but it was never behaving itself, always having a mess up. But now, on this same road, if I want to have the barrier on the right side, is one click. Look at that. Like, God, somebody tell me, what is this? Look at that. If I want to have it on the centerpiece, which means I just want to separate these roads from the other, look at that. It just slams in the center like no man's business. Look at that. And as I always say, this thing has physics, guys. It's not just something. It has physics. Look at, you can't go across. It has physics. Look at that. It has physics. All right, I'm gonna take out the centerpiece. I do a left. So the left side now it's creating the left for both roads. Remember, this is two-way road. So to make you see a bigger sense in what I'm saying, I'm gonna change this to like a single lane. See that? That's the centerpiece. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. All right. Let me go down more again. There's a lot. I cannot wait for this brother to put his pack in the market, so we can all jump on it and buy it and use it and do some work and support him to make more assets like this. You might wanna just go follow him on Facebook, Instagram, and all these other platforms, just so that you don't miss, you don't miss any of this good stuff that he's putting together. Now, another nice story is that he even has there's a slot here where maybe you don't like this material. Probably you're bringing the material from the city sample. You want to put it in here, right? You can always go and let me change this material right now. You see, I have the I'm gonna bring something else, just so we all understand that, the material is he's building his assets and keeping them open. He's just keeping them open. Do whatever you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this one. Let's see how that works. I just replace that material. Look at that. Did you see that? Let me replace it with another one. These are all materials from, look at that. Just take a look. Like I replaced this with this material. These are material instances from the city sample. That I just got and just save them somewhere and just slam them on there. Just take a look how realistic this is. So my suggestion to him would be, if he can add some updates of trash, trash by the centerpiece. That's something that I've written down. I'm going to tell him if he can make it in such a way that he can add some trash on the side of the road, like right here, trash on both sides, just so the road doesn't look too clean, because you'll never find a road this clean except you're on one of the highways in Arizona where vehicles are driving 180 miles per hour, So this is another amazing feature. The fact that his blueprints are open source. You can change the materials and customize them the way you want. All right, hold on, guys. We're not done yet. Do not even try to rush me. Do not rush me, because we're not done. Hold on, I'm bringing more goodies. Now, moving from the concrete, I'm going to get into the reflector. This one here is the mind blower. I used to place these things by myself, one after the other. Look at it. One click. Do you see what we have? Let me turn to this one right here. Do you know? Do you see what we have? Take a look at this. These are like those reflectors you see on the side of the road, where in the night, you know, when you flash a light on it. Now let's do an experiment, right? Let me go ahead and turn down the lights, you know, and make it some night. Okay. So this is night. This is nighttime. All right. Can somebody see here? Can you see the fact that this thing is reflecting? Like, hold on, guys. Let's be for real. Can you see that this is reflecting? This is not light. It's reflecting, which means that if I go ahead and turn off the light of this vehicle, which is still part of his vehicle, I turn the lights off. Boom. You see that? The reflector is gone. So it actually reflects like this is the first time I'm seeing this. And I think that he said something like in the documentary that these road materials, you know, the markings, you can have them on, I'm sorry. Hello? How that is? Say do I? Oh, Gerardo Alpha, bro. I, bro, I picked that cause I did have some small pointage meeting, I swear. We do I know, bro. Oh, now you say you call me. Okay, no, that's something I will do. My wrap up the. Okay, no worry. Now 20, now my name come out. Now, bro, Diva na 2025 will fix it. My finish the meeting. I beg. All right, brother. Okay, so I am back at this again. Uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring the daylight. We will come to this the reflective material of this because there's something I saw on this road that was um that I think I'm digging dive into this with you guys right now as we speak. You know, uh, um, so hold on for me, hold on for me. All right. All right, first of all, let me go ahead and bring back the lights. Okay, so we have a daytime. All right, and so we were at the reflectors. All right, so I will move past these reflectors and go down a little bit. So you have the left and you have the right side. The right side, you kind of come at here at the center. Okay, and he has options of spacing. If you want to space them out, you want to offset them. You want to however you want to have them in the just go ahead and do it. Okay, now let's get on the road. So if you look at this road here, this road is kind of like the edge of it is like clean cut. But if you don't want it to look like it was clean cut, like it was a rough end, or the road is kind of like looking old and damaged, one click. See what happened? Like I am so much pleased with this blueprint to a point where I can't even express myself. Like that is it. Okay. So it's just gotta one click look at it. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off, and then we go down to I'm gonna come to the tunnel and the bridge. Let's go to the cat eye. So, excuse me. Now let's go to the cat's eye. So, if you've been driving on highways, definitely you must have seen these things on the middle of the road. I didn't even know how they were, what the name of this thing was. I can tell you this up front. Is when I saw it, I'm like, cat's eye. What's that? Let me click on it. And when I click on it, I saw some things came out on the ground. I'm like, hold on, what the hell is this? And you can know you if you look at this, you can tell these are some of those little reflectors that they put at the center of the road, just so that we can all use that as a guide to stay off, especially when it's rainy, where you cannot see the lanes very well. When the road is wet, these ones kind of give you a reflection, and you can actually tell that that's a road. I'm gonna go ahead again and turn off and make this a night scene. Okay, now let's be realistic. So pay attention, look over here. You see that this is not like, this is reflection. You see that this is reflection. So you know what, let's drive a little bit and see how it looks like. You see that? Now as you're driving and going, you're seeing how they're coming out, and they're reflecting. So like right here, if you look at the ones that's on that side, it's not an emissive material. It's a reflecting material, and I've not seen that inside of Unreal Engine before. Like emissive, I'm not so reflecting material. You can actually reflect. It looks like it's lighting. I've not seen that before. I mean, y'all just excuse me, man. Like I I'm just carried away with this guy's work, because he has solved so many problems in one shot. So many problems in one shot, and then you can change the colors here and all of that. Now we go past that point. Let's get now into the retaining wall. So if you're building a road and you want to add a retaining wall on the side, say for example, maybe this is like a swampy place, and you want to make sure that there's a retaining wall that holds this road, you just go ahead and click on this one. Boom, it's right there. If you look at this right there, so if I go down, you see that it builds a whole retaining wall on the side. You see that? And this kind of is more like that's a name, retaining wall. It supports it retains the road. That's also something that I was just blown when I saw it. Okay, listen, now let's move now into patches, skits, and marks. So this is the part where I was saying that I was going to suggest to him that if he can go ahead and add here like debris. We have patches, we have skid marks, we have the density and skid mark density. And if he could add debris, roadside debris that can just lie on the side of the road, going all the way across, here it will be so nice. I'm not trying to be greedy. I am just being appreciative of what he has done. I'm just bringing my suggestions. If you could add another option here where we can have debris on the side and give us like a slot, an open slot where we can just select our debris and slot them in, and it's going to automatically scatter them along the side of the road, and then give us the options of offsetting if you want the debris to be more in the road, more out of the road. Again, these are just ideas I'm bringing on the table, just to make sure that he, if he has the time to improve it, yes, he can go and do that. But if not, this is enough to go. All right, this is enough to go. Let's not try to ask too much. Okay. All right. So yep. So you look at, now we have the tire markings and everything. When you do this, now the road is just clean. But if we do patches, you can see the patches are there. You do tire marks. They're there. If you want to randomize it, just click here. It's just gonna automatically keep randomizing the whole thing, just so you can have like some natural looking road. Okay. And noise barrier, if you see where probably in the state of New York, where they usually build like buildings really close to the road, there's this thing they call noise barrier. If you click on the right side, look at that, it just build this stuff for you, and on the left side it just put these barriers for you, and best believe me, it has physics in it. So he didn't just do that. Let it be. And you can go ahead and change the colors if you want to. You want to have a blue, you want to have a red, you want to whatever color you want to, you can have that. um so that was the last option from there. So remember, we still did not touch the bridge and the tunnel. I am going to take off this noise barrier because I'm about to get into a deep dive. Now with the tunnel, if I want to change this from a road to a tunnel, listen to me, gentlemen and ladies, it's one goddamn click. Like, it's one click. All right. To turn this into a tunnel, I just gotta come here, click here, and take tunnel. So let me bring my car over here. So what I still didn't figure out is why the sunlight is coming through. So this is something that I also saw. That said I was going to discuss that with him. I don't know why the sunlight is coming through. Maybe the material of this tunnel is single side, or it has to be like two sides. I still can't tell why the sunlight is coming through in this. But if I go ahead and show you guys some details here, when I saw in this tunnel, let me go where there's no artifacts. Okay, and he has fans in this. If I go down to the tunnel right here, so this one, I think that so he has fans and lights. You check out the fans. There are no fans in there. If I go and check out the lights, there are no lights in there. But that's just like a tunnel. So let me drop the sound down a little bit because I think this. All right, that way is better. I'm gonna put on the fans and turn the lights in the tunnel. So this part, I think he's still doing some work on this because I kind of saw some little bugs, which I understand that knowing how hardworking he is, he's gonna solve this like on a snap of a finger. So now let's move past that tunnel before I come back to was a two-lane road that we're on. Okay, now I want to go ahead and show you guys now another juicy part of it. Now, a lot of us we build roads, and sometimes we want to build. If you watch my short video on YouTube, the San Florenzo, I built San Florenzo scene, all like pick on single assets pick and put. And for the bridge, I as well went ahead as putting the bridge extra. But now with this blueprint that this awesome brother has designed, what you can do is, say for example, you can make this road a bridge, right? Just go here and click here, make it a two-lane bridge. Right now it's a bridge. So if I just click here, I'm dragging this up. See what's happening? And it's a bridge. It's a well-designed. Oops, what happened? My bad. It's a well-designed bridge with pillars that are solidly connected to the bridge. See that? Solidly connected to the bridge. And this is where you might want to now go ahead to put your guardrails, the bridge guardrails. Let me just go here, go guardrails, do 1, 2, and 3. Now you see that? So we're gonna drive a little bit on this bridge. Let me check us on the bridge just so we're sure that we have good physics on it. Okay. You see that? Nice looking bridge. Like can we even ever, can we ask for too much? Like This, look at this. Just look at how nice the thing is, and then the guardrails. It has physics on it. I just want to make sure that, oops. I want to make sure that we are on the same page and both sides are working. You can see now that both sides are actually working. Both sides of the bridge. It looks really good. Step on the brakes. Okay, that works. All right, so that was the bridge side of it. And if you switch this bridge to a road while you have it that way suspended, you see that it's still going to turn to a road, but nobody has a road like this hanging in the air. And when you go down now, you see the material is one side. I think the one-sided material of that tunnel was what was letting light to go through. I stand to be corrected. You can have a 3-lane bridge, and it's gonna give you a wider bridge if you want to be like a San Francisco style kind of vibe. Um, Man, there's a lot that I just can't I can't even just say it. So let me go down into I want to let me just make this a 2-lane road, and just snap this to the ground. Okay. So there's something that I also want to share, which was the road wetness. Say, you can come here and you click. I saw something somewhere. It says wetness. So just make the road here. Say what 3? You see that? If it's rainy, you want to have the road to look like it's wet. You see that reflecting, and you can as well bring 0.2. So it's that kind of in between, like it's about to get dry, and boom, now it's completely dry. All right, so that's one of it. I don't even know which part to show you guys and which one not to, but most importantly, let's get into the part that I said moved me like crazy: landscape deformation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I will delete this. Let me delete this so I can just bring a new I'll bring a new road, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay, right here. I'm sorry, my brain was not here. So we have this here. I just go ahead and put this like so. Put this like so, and then on the road, just click landscape deform. I think there's some part where you have to choose the landscape. I think so. Is this landscape, and then deform it. That part, it worked on the other side. All right, so let me do it this way, right? So I'm going to create a new level. Give me a new level. Don't save it. And then on the new level, I'll go ahead and just create a landscape. I just want to make it small. Okay, so go ahead and create a landscape, and then my landscape, I'll just fill that with let me make it a desert, for example. All right, so now I'll go ahead and bring in my but before that, let me sculpt it a little bit just so it looks a little crazy. uh, go sculpting, go here, and oops. Okay, I'm just doing something crazy. This doesn't look like any realistic landscape, but I just wanna use it for an example, just so we can see how the road is performing when it comes to landscape. All right, so Now on this landscape right here, I'll go ahead and bring my road creator. I will drag the road creator and drop it in here on the level and bring it here. So when I tried that before, it was as easy as, you know, taking this across the different landscape like so, and then, you know, and this is what I had, and then I just had to come here, just click on deform landscape. See what happened? It kind of cut through. See what happened? It cut through the landscape. And if at some point here, say maybe I want this part to be like hilly, it should be like it was a little bit elevated like so, I just click that and do deform landscape. See what happens? It kind of raised that, you know, raise that up a little bit. This is what we did not have before. Like, somebody got to listen to me. We didn't have this before. Or for you to have this, you had to go through landscape, do the land, do the road mapping and all that crazy stuff. And with these, I want to try something. See if you go ahead and, you know, build like land, you know, put like land on it, like do like crazy structures around it. I don't know why I'm even using this. You know, just what is happening to me? Like, am I too? It's just some crazy sense of excitement, guys. Just bear with me. Um, yeah. So if I have something like this, like just have some crazy, you know, wide looking land like this, and then I go back on it, select my blueprint, and just click deform landscape. See what happened? It cuts its way across, opens a landscape, and give its way across. And I think that if you go ahead and just say you at a point here and drag this, what's happening? Okay, there's a point. There's a point too close to it. Let me delete that point and kind of like drag this and put this up here like so, which is some of those wide roads that I like to create. And click that. Boom. See what happens? Like it just fit. How he did this, I don't know. God alone knows how this guy is thinking. Like, this is just too good, you know. So I want to bring just drop this here and press play. See that? Whoops. Now we're going down. Hold on, get back on that road. Just to make sure the road is working properly. Okay. So that one is working. Now, what else do we have to look into? So, what I want to tell you is the whole point of this. I myself, I've not dug deep into this thing. I was just so excited to share with you guys today. But once he put this on, once it's released, I'm going to bring the news to you. Say, hey guys, this is out there now, and roll and rock and go grab it. And I also saw something here that has so you can have cables in between light poles. See that? You have cables that's connecting in between light poles. Oh boy, Dioshko. Oh man, this guy is just... Now here. This is a whole lot of so you can split roads into two. You can split roads into left and right. So for example, if I had this and I choose that I want this road to be like a 2 lane, because I think it's if I want to have it like say 2 lane this way, and I want to split into left and right. I don't know how this happens, but But he just, split roads into two. Now I split the roads into two. What has happened? I think the road now can be all okay. You see that? So this now is completely different from this one. Okay, I see that. So I can go again and split this one again. So there's another piece here in the middle. I see that. Okay, okay. And the snap option, two roads, and let me also make these two roads. Also make these two roads, and then select all of them, and then go to landscape, deform it, just so it all stays. Okay, and then if I take this, can I split this now? I think you can now go ahead and split this into left and right. Oh yeah, there you go. Now this is a separate road on its own. This is separate on its own. And do they have? Are they still blueprints? This is crazy. Oh my goodness, God. And then you can now come here. Maybe you want to have guards here, guardrails, and you don't want to have it on the other one. So it's gonna be only on this part. Now, I saw something which I was like, I have to show you guys as well. You see how some roads have guardrails, and then the guardrails are kind of broken. So if you come here and put one, see what happened. See what happened here. You have a broken guardrail. 0.5. Well, until next time, guys, I will be bringing the second part of this. I will be bringing the second part of this. This is in depth because I just got it, so I'm playing with it. But I wanted us to work across it together. Um, Again, go on Fab. Go look for this brother. You do not want to miss. He has a Discord channel. Go into his Discord. Get on his Facebook. Go on his YouTube. There's a whole lot there that you don't want to miss it. Go and follow Lyoshko. I am telling you guys, you'll thank me later. My name is Dexter, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.